Great risings. Great risings. Actually, it's not great risings. It's great settings. How about that? Let's reverse that. Great settings. Waiting for y'all to come on in. We got a nice, good time to spend together today. For the remainder of this time, we are going to speak on some things. Hey, oh my. Just waiting for some folks to come up on here in here. Kind of want to break down some things. Yes. Come on in. Oh, God. Somebody's little dog. Come on, y'all. Yep. Come on in. Flood it. Flood it. I got some good stuff that I want to bring to y'all today. Got some good stuff. Hey. Great settings, not great risings. Buffering already. You might want to refresh your page. Refresh it. Because it's not buffering over here. What's up, everybody? Okay, I got enough people up in here. I got enough folks up in here. So let's start. Let's start it. First of all, great settings. I said great risings in the beginning of this, but it's not the daytime, which is the rising. It's afternoon, so or evening. It's the evening, right? The evening of the night sky is happening across the sky itself. So it's evening itself out. So great evening to you. Great and prosperous day. I hope your day was prosperous. Speaking of breaking down words, what I am going to, yes, I said great settings. Yes, you caught that, huh, Divine? Okay. Speaking of words, I'm going to be coming to y'all. This is something that I was preparing for y'all today. It's called Words Are Spells. Understanding the coding of the matrix. Now, I'm going to hit y'all with some stuff that y'all are familiar with. And then I'm going to hit y'all with some stuff that y'all may not be familiar with. Okay? So is everybody ready? 3:33 mark. Let's go. We're very familiar with the word hello, right? This is known as a common greeting, right? The word hello consists of the words hell and low. Not L-O-W, but L-O, right? And this is what I found out. Just was trying to do my research. Lo is an interjection used to draw attention to something, right? Like if you say lo and behold. Lo is also meaning look and see. When somebody say lo and behold, or they say lo, look at that over there. Lo, she's over there growing peaches. I don't know, just something. Saying look and see what she's doing. So when you greet someone with hello, the real meaning is greeting someone by the dimension that you're in. Now, I'm going to come back to this because I found another spin on this word hello. Okay? Sounds like the title of a potential ebook. Cash. I may put some of this stuff in I may put this stuff in the form of an ebook. I'm not too sure. I just don't feel like I've already written all of this stuff down. Do I want to just sit there and type it up? I don't know. But I'll see. Here's another one that y'all know about. Good morning, right? Good morning. Well, indirectly telling someone to mourn good, right? Or mourn beneficially. right? The word good is an adjective and it means to be desired, right? Good is a noun. In the noun sense, it means the benefit or advantage to someone or something. So when you understand the matrix was and is coded by malevolent beings who feed off of negativity, then you'll understand that you are mourning for the benefit of negative entities. Remember, I told y'all, I was talking to y'all a few videos back. I don't know if it was even the last video, maybe, but I was telling y'all how there's entities, negative entities that feed off of fear. And this is the reason why you have the elite that causes mass hysteria through news and different other things and fake events and events that were planned to depopulate. It's because fear feeds. Fear is the highest form of food for negative entities. Okay. You can use the Dragon app. It types as you read words to it. Ooh, girl, Dragon. I'll look it up. Okay, so the third one that I have is the word buy. Buy, right? So buy is a noun. It's the transfer. Now watch this. When I looked it up as the modern day dictionary meaning, it came up as a noun, and it means the transfer of a competitor directly to the next round of a competition in the absence of an assigned opponent. So, for example, if you have Mike Tyson, let's say they're having a boxing tournament, and let's say Mike Tyson he's got to go up against Muhammad Ali, he's got to go up against Floyd Mayweather, he's got to go up against Evander Holyfield, right? Let's say Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield fights and Mike Tyson wins. And let's say the next person that he has to fight is Floyd Mayweather. Well, if Floyd Mayweather does not show up, then Mike Tyson is going to advance automatically to the next round. Now, the next round, which would be the last round, would be Muhammad Ali, because now they figure that Muhammad Ali is the strongest, right? Right? Okay. Okay. So, this is what one of the words buy mean, right? So the transfer of a competitor directly to the next round of a competition in the absence of an assigned opponent. Now, why does it say in the absence of an assigned opponent, right? But aren't you dismissing yourself when you tell someone bye, right? Or goodbye can mean good match. Thank you for this match we just had, right? When you dismiss yourself from a person, also known as an opponent with a bye, goodbye. Are you heading off to another level or another round in this simulated game? An older version of the word bye comes from the word God be with you. Now, I broke this down so you can see what it looks like. The word God be with you right here goes into you, which equals ye, God be, right? And it goes into phonetics right here. B apostrophe W-Y. You drop the O. I'm going to actually, God be with you. You keep the O because it's God B-Y plus O, another O. Then you get goodbye, right? Bye in Spanish is adios. Well, the Dios means God, right? Bye, I forgot the E. I'm going to add that. Bye in French is adieu or farewell, right? Meaning Dieu is God. Latin for Deus is God. Right? Right? So, we know that goodbye could also have meant may God be with you. Is it that when we meet up to converse and talk with people that the universe may see it as some form of competition? Or view each other as the exchange of energy as opponents, given the fact that some people we in groups can debate, right? Right? Thank you. Hey, y'all. Let's go to some more stuff because I want to go through this. Am I helping somebody? Okay. Now, I got some words. Okay, I got some more words, right? The third word was by. Okay. Let's talk about one of the words that one of the mystics said some videos back. Someone brought up the word mortgage. Well, I broke it down, right? I broke it down. The word mort is Latin for death, right? Gauge means valued object deposited as a guarantee of good faith, right? The second meaning for the word gauge is offering or offer of a thing or one's life as a guarantee of good faith. Now this is me, right? So you offer a lifetime to pay off the bondage of debt tied to a house. This is what the word mortgage means. Yay, grand settings. Yes. That's going to be our thing, right? Grand settings. Right? So I'm going to say that again. Mortgage, the word mort, right? If you look at the first Chucky Child's Play, you see when Charles Lee Ray goes into that toy store and him and the police is exchanging bullets and he's dying and he gets to a good guy doll and his name is Charles Lee Ray, so his name is Chucky. Now the doll originally does not have the name Chucky, right? But because he put his he's using Haitian voodoo to put his soul in, to encapsulate his soul into this doll. Okay, so what happens is he says de mort. Okay, he's calling up the spirit of Dambala. Dambala, right? Dambala, if you know, in Haitian voodoo is like the highest Haitian god, would be maybe the equivalency of Obatala, okay, Oladumare, that type of thing. So he's like the highest of the high, Dambala, right? So he says the word mort. He's talking about saving his soul from death by putting his soul into a doll. Okay. Hey, thank you, Tennessee's daughter. Okay. So mort, Latin for death. Gauge. The first definition for the word gauge is a valued object deposited as a guarantee of good faith, right? You can use money as a gauge. Matter of fact, you can also use something like, for example, if I have just enough money at a bowling alley to rent shoes, but I don't have enough to actually buy the game, which means I won't be able to get a bowling ball. If I left the rest of my money in my car and I got the bowling shoes on, and I say, can I go run out there right quick? They say, we don't want you to leave and take our shoes. And then you give them your driver's license and say, here, you can use this to know that I'm going to come back, okay, and pay it, right? Or you give them their keys. You give them your keys, your set of keys. They know you ain't going nowhere, but I mean, how you gonna unlock the door, right? Or boop boop, one of those things, right? Okay, but you're using a gauge, which is a valued object in your sight, deposited toward them as a guarantee of good faith that you're gonna come back and pay it, right? The second definition is offer of a thing or one's life as a guarantee of good faith. Again, so you offer your lifetime to pay off the bondage of debt tied to a house. That's what mortgage is, right? Graveyard shift. Remember, we talked about this one before. Graveyard shift. It's called this because you enter sleep deprivation by knocking the internal clock of rest off of, right? So you have an internal clock, an inward clock that your body operates as a period to rest, right? So when it's light or daytime, we're up. And the nighttime, you are supposed to be getting rest, right? So this graveyard shift, right, knocks off your internal clock or your biological clock, and it causes sleep deprivation, and it promotes early death. That's why it's called graveyard shift. Yeah, circadian rhythm. Thank you, Candace. Bless, right? Some of y'all know this. I told y'all I was going to start out with some easy stuff, and then we're going to get down to some nitty gritty stuff, right? Blessed. Are you endowing someone, or are you telling them, which is spell casting, to be less? Achoo, God bless you. Or achoo, bless you. A lot of people don't even say God. They just say bless you. Well, be less, you. Which one is it? Well, I've talked to y'all about these before, right? Television. Tell lies to your vision, or television, right? They're telling you to have these certain visions of what you see on TV, right? Let these things that you see be a vision upon your life to where you begin to adapt to it, right? That's why a lot of people are out here trying to have one of these housewives of whatever type of lives, Atlanta, Beverly Hills, it don't matter, right? Well, if y'all think it's deep now, it's gonna get deeper. But again, I'm just coming to y'all with some things. Again, these are surface things because I'm trying to get y'all to see some things. I'm starting easy and then I'm gonna go in. Okay. We have entertainment. I've told y'all about some of these things. Okay. We were talking about entertainment and television and all this other stuff the other day. Entertainment, right? It's meant to enter and taint you, right? Entertainment, which is meant to enter and taint you, right? You have channel, TV stations that brings channeling spirits into your body and home. That's what a channel is. A program, right? A filmed segment aired on TV to program the way you think, feel, and see. Right? Casting spells on a bunch of people at one time is called broadcasting. Now these things, some of these things, most of these things I have received through meditation, prayer, and research. And I'm not talking about research I'm talking about inward research. Some of these I went online to get, okay, or break down, right? But program and broadcasting was something that I got intuitively. A lot of these on this page I got intuitively, right? So I just said that again. I'm gonna say it again for somebody who didn't hear it. Casting spells on a bunch of people at one time is called broadcasting. Right? Then we have, again, a lot of these things is going to be stuff that y'all have heard. But the way that I'm breaking them down is intuitively. Things that I've used by spirit and also by the use of the dictionary online. Okay? Earn wages. Earn is a vase to hold ashes for the dead. A wage is a fixed payment to measure one's value on a job. Right? I'm going to say this again. When you earn wages, they're measuring you as a dead entity. They're measuring your value on that job. Now, the word job in our world means a paid position. In the real world, outside of the matrix, is job is Job, which means persecuted or persecution, right? So they're you as a dead entity, which when I say dead entity, I'm talking about you're cattle to a corporation, right? You have the United States and you have the United States of America. You as a straw man and you as an actual entity, right? You are two types of entities. You're a straw man, and then you are an entity, right? If you look at the word identity, you see that. ID entity, right? They're putting an identification upon your entity. For to my mother, I'm Rafiki, but to the government, I am 459223567. Okay, that's which would be a social security number. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? So again, you earn wages, right? You earn your ashes because they've told you this is how much your value is to be persecuted, which is a job, right? And when your value goes up, they give you a what? Raise. So they raise you up like as if from the dead. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell y'all? To retire, the word, the prefix re, right, means again, which indicates repetition. So you tiring someone over and over again is to retire. This is gonna be some easy ones, right? We know that weekdays, right? The weekdays of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, okay, weekdays means to, in a week, days. To be dazed, okay? You know the cartoon with the stars flying over the person's head because they didn't bump their head or something or ran into something. They're dazed. They're in a daze. Weekdays, right? We know that weekend, by the time you hit the weekend, you are weakened in your body, which means you need rest. This is why the Shabbat or Sabbath is Saturday. The day of rest starts the weekend. All right? I told y'all about the word Christmas, which is the massacre of Christ, not birth. This is why the sun spends the shortest time in the sky. The word Easter or Eastern Star, which means the sun is the highest in the sky because it's the starting of around spring. Ishtar, right? Right? This was something that I got depressed. Depressed is someone who is in need of deep rest. To play on words. This is somebody whose soul and spirit is tired. They are mentally tired. So they are depressed. All right? One who is in need of deep rest. This is something that I thought that was really interesting because what I'm getting ready to tell y'all, these last two that I have written down, which I'm by far over with putting words and actually taking down, right? But the start of when I say words are spells, because I'm going to go into something really deep, right? Spelling is next. But I'm going to go into something really, really deep. And what's deep is the word kindergarten. Oh, give me 1 second. Hold on, y'all. I want to go. Let me see if I'm able to go inside. Because I know that my husband is watching TV, so I'm going to try to talk as low as possible so I won't be, in bothering him. But I want to tell y'all, right? Hey, in Major. Yes, Tennessee Starter. Thank you. For everybody who's new in here, welcome. Okay, so why do they start us off in kindergarten? Right? Why do they start us off in kindergarten? You feel like you're a kid watching the Discovery Channel? Okay. 8th grade. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. Kindergarten. They start us off in kindergarten because the word kinder and Garten is German words. The word kinder means children. I got it written down right here. Children. The word Garten means garden. So it's literally meaning the garden of children, right? It's the first class or the first level of school to teach kids how to spell and use words. Words equals seeds, right? Spelling, magic. This is why they use the word elementary, right? Right? ARY on the word element ARY is a suffix meaning belonging to. So you literally are in elementary school, which means you belong to the elements. And you are using words, which are seeds. They're planting seeds in you. This is when you start the grooming. It is creepy. So now let's go into the next thing, right? I call this spells and spelling. Words or letters are sigils, right? Sigil is a noun, meaning words into symbols that possess magical power. Okay? Spelling, spell and spelling. Spell is a verb, which is an action. Okay? To write or name letters that form a word in correct sequence. Just in case somebody didn't get that, I'm gonna hold on right quick. Do I have any questions before I go further? Because it's about to get real. Yes, kids are the most powerful during school. Everybody, we all said kindergarten, but I've had some people say no, it's not. It's kindergarten, but it's the same thing because the word garten is German for garden. It's literally a garden of children where these teachers who are not apprentice but masters of spelling, masters of magic of the words, who are planting seeds. Thank you, L Boogie. Dee Dee, I'm going to get into that actually. Tennessee's daughter, I'm going to get into the spelling bee, right? So I'm going to say that again. The word spell is a verb or an action word, meaning to write or name letters that form a word in a correct sequence. Now, this word sequence is very important. Sequence means the marriage of numbers to letters. Now, I'm going to tell you why I put that right here. Now, when you look up the meaning of the word sequence, that's not what you're going to get. But I'm going to tell you why I put that up here later on. Now, I have a rabbit trail right here that I want to go on. The word word is a noun, and it means a single distinct conceptual unit of language, a remark or piece of information, a basic unit of data in a computer. This is what I got. These were the Webster's Dictionary of the word word. Okay? Now, I'm going to piece these things to you together because I want to show you. Remember, I started this off saying that words are spells, understanding the coding of the matrix. Now, as I break this down, we know that the matrix is used in the Bible, I think 6 or 7 times, and it means the word womb. But we also know that the movie Matrix was talking about a computer system, an illusion, a reality that is really illusional, right? Based on binary codes. This is why you see the green, the zeros, and the 1, right? Basically telling you that if you break the matrix, if you break away from the matrix and give birth to yourself, kill who you are in this matrix and be reborn outside of the matrix, right? Which is to really be free. It means that you get to write your own reality. You get to start your own reality by using a different set of binary codes. So I'm trying to let y'all see that that spelling or to spell is to write or name letters that form a word in a correct sequence. You cannot put SQPOTYS and it be an actual word. It has to make sense. Do you understand? Are y'all still here with me? I want to make sure y'all still with me. Okay, cool. Spell, right? Now the word spell in the noun form is a form of words used as a magical charm or incantation. A state of enchantment caused by a magic spell. 3, this is the third one, an ability to control or influence as if one has magical powers over a person, right? The ing for the word spelling is a suffix. Ing means expressing the action of the verb it's attached to. Example, to play equals playing. To build equals building. To see equals seeing. So it's putting an emphasis of expression on the word that the ing is attached to. Right? So here it goes, the other rabbit trail right here that I was telling y'all about. You see the word spelling bee? I'm going to break this down for y'all. The word spelling bee, the B part of the word is an alternative word that meant voluntary help given by neighbors toward the accomplishment of a particular task. The word bee comes from the word bene, Bene, as in benefactor or prayer. So who is benefiting off of a group of people coming together to spell? Who's benefiting? Who's benefiting off of the energy of a group of people coming together to cast spells? Because remember, they're spelling to create words. They're showing their level of knowledge. Right? They're showing their level of knowledge. That's why it's a competition. Because especially amongst kids, because they want to see who has the ability to go deeper with more complicated words. And the one who can go the highest wins. Now, funny enough, I was a spelling bee champ. I even remember one of the hardest words that I spelled was ovoviviparous. Ovoviviparous, which I believe meant something along the lines of an animal that was supposed to have a vertebrae and doesn't, or something along the lines about vertebrae. But ovoviviparous, I remember spelling that thing with ease. Good Lord. So with all of this, it is safe to assume that to spell or spelling is the art of forming words by way of writing or speech by arranging letters in a proper sequence. Would y'all believe that? Do y'all agree with that? Now, let me break that down, right? Because to form words is to create data or information within a computer. Eric. Oh, bless your heart. My Cash App is $ the Mystic Circle. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you. Okay, this is a breakdown. Okay, to form words is to create. The word create means form. It's to create data, right? Or information within a computer. That's so what is the computer system? What is the computer system? You are. Thank you, ABCD. You are. You are the computer system. And that's why you are taught in the garden of children, when there's a gardening of children, which is in kindergarten, when you enter elementary school, which means that's the basic knowledge of learning the elements, you learn to spell. That's the first thing that they put you in. You learn to spell. You learn how to conceptualize language by using single distinctive letters. And then thus using these letters to convey information. How do you spell dog? D-O-G. What is it backwards? God. And you wonder why they say that some of the most powerful entities come from Sirius constellation, which is the dog star, which is God backwards. You see, and I'm gonna try to continue this series, but because I'm far from done. I'm far from done. But I'm even going to go about talking about anagrams and backward stuff and synonyms and homonyms. And oh, we're going to get deep. Not that's going to come later on. But this, what I'm giving y'all right now is deep. Within this matrix, and I'm sorry that I'm reading like that because part of me is trying to read through the phone because the phone is blocking. So in order for me to show y'all what I have down here, within this matrix, we are all given power, knowingly or unknowingly, to create or to form data / information that will continue our state of enchantment, which this causes the illusion of reality for the benefit of something outside of us. So in other words, spelling or spells are all energy based. But who is it benefiting? I'm going to read that to y'all again. So within this matrix, right, we're all given power. And whether we come to that knowledge or not, it doesn't matter. Because this power is used through spelling and spells and words to create and form data and information that will continue our state of enchantment. It continues us believing this illusion that we're living in for the benefit of something higher than us. Okay? So I break it down like this. Number one, we spell to create words. Number two, we spell words to create a sentence. Number three, we use words to pronounce or create a prison sentence or a sentence term. This is why I say words, right, have power, life or death. Let's choose. Thank you, Tennessee's daughter. Right? That's why I'm very meticulous when I use words. Very meticulous. Right? I'm going to say this again. We spell to create words. We spell words to create a sentence. We use words to pronounce, or we use words to create a prison sentence or sentence term. Right? Words out of spells create a sentence of terms, like a jail sentence or a prison term. Because a lot of these terms that we're using are casting spells of prison. Remember Pisces? Are y'all getting me? What do you mean by the term blankety blank, right? I sentence you to 99 years in prison. He just spoke, he or she, as a judge, just spoke a prison term and a prison sentence into existence. Now, the rule of that judge is to only speak words into existence. But we understand that the executive system is in place to execute the judicial system. In other words, what the judge says. Now, the judge doesn't put you physically in prison. They put you in prison with words first. Then the bailiffs take you off to exact the words that were spoken over you. Can you understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? Are they conversing with you, or are they conning you with versing? To converse with somebody. Are you being conned with the conversation? Conning someone during dialogue can get you off course. Of course. Is it all gospel, or is it God's spell? Because the words are attached as the letters conjoin with each other. This is cursing. Cursive writing is to curse or keep someone tangled because the words are attached as the letters conjoin with each other. My oldest daughter did not learn how to write in cursive until she was maybe 15. Some people are like, why you ain't teach your daughter cursing? It was a reason why. I taught her first what it meant, and then I taught her how to do cursive. I mean, I could call her in here and I could ask her. She won't lie. She won't lie for me. I tell you the truth. I did not teach my daughter how to write cursive. She did not learn it in school. I did not teach her cursive until she was 15. Right? And I did that on purpose. I told her what cursive was first, and then I taught her how to do it. And she thought it was hard because she watched her other friends in school learn how to, they knew how to cursive write. And she kind of felt like the oddball out. And I just told her, you're just writing words without lifting up your pencil or your pen. Right? Because you're tangling the words together. Oh, what a tangle where we weave when we trying the hardest and our best to deceive, right? So cursive writing. Let's talk about cursive writing right quick. The W is in parentheses for a reason. Writing, right? Equals rights or rites of passage, right? To write, W-R-I-T-E is a verb. Watch this. To mark letters, words, or symbols on a surface with an instrument. But the word rite, R-I-T-E, is a religious ceremony or act, custom, or practice. Cursive writing, a ceremony of cursive. The ceremony of cursing, rites are usually performed while hidden away from common people. I left this blank so I can add some more things in later. When somebody is performing a rite, also known as a ritual, a rite, R-I-T-E, is usually reserved for hidden societies, secret societies. Oh, we're going to get deeper. If you thought that was deep, we're about to get deeper. I don't write in cursive only for specific things. Because as you can see, I only wrote in cursive just to emphasize cursive writing, right? As you see, the word tangled is in cursive. I did that on purpose. Told y'all I'm very meticulous. The ultimate spell book. I call this part is the ultimate spell book. Now we're gonna have to pay attention here. We're gonna have to really pay attention here. The ultimate spell book. What is the ultimate spell book? Well, the ultimate spell book is this. I'm trying to. Okay. Books contain chapters. What is a chapter? A chapter is a secret society. Okay? A chapter is a secret society. Listen to me. When you think of a book, I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna even break the word book down. Books contain chapters. But what is a chapter? It's a secret society or a religious order, right? Here is an example. The Priory of Sion is a chapter. When someone joins a fraternity or sorority in college, the Omega Psi Phi chapter, right? Chapter. Each chapter contains pages. We're going to use sororities and fraternities as examples, okay? Each chapter contains pages. Well, but what is a page? A page, remember in the tarot, in the minor arcana, you have page, knights, king, queens, and then king. That is on purpose, people. A page is an apprentice, right? So when you have the page of cups dealing with emotion, feeling, inward thought. This is someone who is an apprentice of an emotion. They are going through, they're in one level going to another. There's some form of mastery going on, or a need to master something, depending on what's coming out in the reading. Right? A page is an apprentice or an understudy in training for knighthood. This is the lowest of the royal family of tarot is a page. Now, I'm not saying that it don't mean any, less, but the page is also the son of nobility. So he comes from noble, right? Yes, a page is a messenger. That's right. They still have that right now in the Senate in Washington, D.C. Page boy. They call it page boy. So in order for a page to be an apprentice and an understudy for knighthood, he also has to come from a background of royalty. A knight is one who is well versed in magic, becoming a soldier / trained assassin. So a page, being an understudy, can be summoned, right? So when you page someone, you summon them. Example, paging Dr. John to ER. Anybody had them pagers? Remember y'all had them pages? Ooh, my man paging me. Right? Summoning you. So when you're paging Dr. John to ER, you are calling upon this person and then you're telling them where they're being called to show up at. That's summoning. So a lot of you are doing spell work and y'all are trying to connect with certain deities. First of all, y'all have not even found out what that specific deity may ask of you in order for you to summon them. That's the first strike. If you don't get acquainted with them and their energy, how can you summon something and expect for you to understand that it came up there? You are opening up for other things to come in the place of the deity that you're asking for, which is what you call a deceiving spirit. Okay, this is how you have to be careful. This is why I tell y'all, your quickest line of defense is ancestors. That's why I include free ancestor money within everything that I send off. By the way, I am still mailing off stuff. I'm still mailing stuff off. I took a chance and I mailed off everybody's stuff and it got to them. So I'm grateful. Right? So in a spell book, what's written on a page can summon demons to enslave or imprison a soul. Let me stop right here for a second because I want to talk to y'all about something. A lot of these people go out here and they read these grimoires made by Aleister Crowley and all of these other type of low vibrational people who were into low vibrational energies. And they are wondering why shit is falling off their shelf and nobody's there. Or they're wondering why certain bad things starts to happen as a reoccurring thing in their life. A lot of the times, y'all as truth seekers and spiritual seekers, y'all need to pay attention to what y'all are reading, because what is happening is that the words that y'all reading in some of these grimoires and some of these books literally are summoning demons to enslave or imprison you or to be parasites in your home. And you can be reading something and don't understand a goddamn thing and leave a review. I didn't understand the book. The book didn't make sense. It wasn't supposed to make sense. Because you reading it, whether inward or outwardly, has caused that thing to come upon you. Now watch this. Some of these authors have made pacts with demons. And so they write these books and they sell them, telling you this is a way to get money. Guess what? I wish I could think of the name of that book right now. I had a book just like that. And my spirit guide stopped me from reading the first chapter of that book and told me to skim through the book and ask me what did I see. And as I was skimming, I swear, I told my spirit guides, I don't see nothing. And they said, this is a book, this author designed this book because it made a pact with this specific demon. And this demon needs souls to feed on. And what it's doing is that it's telling people that you can summon this entity for money. Really, in reality, this demon is not going to give them money. It's going to give them an illusion. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell you? And so while you're reading this book and this man is telling you how to get this money, he done made a pact with this thing to actually receive money in exchange of unknowingly giving up souls by the people on the other end who is unknowingly Oh, God, help me. Participating in this stuff. Good Lord. Y'all better be careful what tables y'all are eating off of. See, this is the reason why I always said that I was never going to get on y'all ass, because a lot of y'all like to YouTube hop. I know a lot of y'all like to YouTube hop. Y'all like to go from here to here to here in there, because most of y'all want to do is just be entertained. Y'all want to see what somebody is going to reveal about somebody's celebrity life, knowing damn well y'all got skeletons in y'all closet that y'all would not want people to openly know about. Let's just be real. But y'all so fucking nosy that y'all want to be in other people's business. Oh, do a reading on this person because you got a fetish with that person and you want to know more to what meets the eye. And so you're hopping from channel to channel on YouTube, taking in all kind of meat and all kind of unnecessary food that y'all don't need. And see, I don't want to become no hater. That's why I haven't said nothing yet. But I guess today is the day. Because this is what happens when y'all do that shit. And then y'all come back over here and y'all full of shit. And y'all need a spiritual colonic. So y'all come over here knowing that y'all going to get a spiritual colonic. Y'all need to check yourself. Because some of y'all are enchanting your own self. And a lot of y'all come to me asking me if y'all been placed with a hex. When y'all are the ones hexing yourself. If it hurts, say ouch. If it don't, say amen. Either way, I ain't going to judge you, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Do you hear me? Because I love you. How about that? Doesn't a page contains sentences? Don't you see this page that I wrote? It contains sentences. You start a sentence by a capital letter. You end it off with a period or a question mark or an exclamation mark. A symbol that seals the sentence off. Right? So you serve a jail sentence at a prison ward. A ward. The word ward is a verb. And the word, when it's a verb, it means to guard and protect. Example, to ward off evil. This happens when you learn to use words for your benefit. You've been taught not to use words for your benefit in kindergarten. Thank you. Thank y'all. Y'all, everybody saying I got beautiful handwriting. But the word ward in the penal sense or the penal system is being entrapped to a place. Ward, separate from the free world. So when they say they put him off in the maximum prison ward, there are certain measures in that maximum prison ward that's being met versus a relaxed prison ward. It's not by accident that some of the most concentrated parts of the United States that houses black people are called wards. Houston, you have first ward, ninth ward. You got wards in New Orleans. You don't find wards in nowhere else but black concentrated places in the United States. That should be telling you something. Wards. They literally imprison us off to a specific part of the United States within these cities. Wards. You arrest them first and then you book them, meaning you make a record of their name and reason of detainment, right? So the word book comes from Latin, liber. That's where we get the words liberty and library. So it's safe to say, does the word liberty actually mean freedom or detainment? Because the word liber comes from books. Well, we know to book someone. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell you? I hope I'm helping somebody. You can book or place a bet. Watch this, because this is important. You can book or place a bet on a game or a race with a bookie. You ever heard that word? Bookie. There's a bet on the human race, and the game is the game of life. It is the main bet or also known as the alphabet. Trying to help somebody. No, the word Libra means books or scales. In other words, they Libra is to literally take in the place of Ma'at, is to literally judge the rest of the zodiac signs. This is when you place someone's deeds and weigh them against the feather of Ma'at. You take their heart, you place it on the scale, the Libra scale, and if their heart weighs lighter than a feather, they get to pass into the afterlife of good. If not, they are cast into Sheol, which is the dark gnashing of teeth. Now, I just told y'all you can book or place a bet on a game or a race with a bookie. There's a bet on the human race, and the game is the game of life. It is the main bet, also known as the alpha bet. Alpha meaning proving to be the strongest and is given rulership, also known as like alpha male, right? Alpha female. So it's safe to say that these entities that gave us the alphabet, which is playing us in this game called life, is betting on the human race. There's a race on those of hue. Oh, you don't hear me. I'm going to break that down too. Are we imprisoned by language? I'm going to give y'all some homework. Define the word languid or languide. Languid. You know the word grammar means grimoire. It's French. A book of spells to summon demons and spirits is the word grammar. You want to go deeper? Here we go. It's the last part. I got 32% of my phone. I'm doing good. I'm doing good time. I call this part soul language. SOUL language. SOL language. SOLE language. Thank you for any and all donations that may come through tonight. I do work hard to get y'all this stuff, but I'm not, in a language where we write from right to left, one from left to right. The other language has vowels. You know what's so funny? We write from left to right, and everybody else writes, Hebrew writes from the opposite, right to left. I wonder why. And did you know that because when they write from right to left, they actually move in the sign of the zodiac, which is counterclockwise? That's the correct way to write. We write from left to right, which is to undo, right? To undo and then put something in its place. So when we say hello, remember I told y'all in the beginning when I started with the word hello, I was going to come back to it. So when we say hello, are we greeting hell or are we greeting the sun? Helios is the Greek word for the sun, right? In Latin, it's soul, S-O-L. We are souls, aren't we? Or at least we have souls, right? Our feet have souls, S-O-L-E-S, right? We have a solar plexus, chakra. S-O-L-E is soul, which means sun in Italian. You and I can be called a person. Right? Is that pertaining to the sun? Or are we the personification of the sun itself, wrapped in flesh? Languid is an adjective. Yes, Tennessee, she already got it. So, yes, languid means slow or relaxed, which means that are we being dumbed down by language? Okay? Languid language. A male child is called a son. Hey, Miss Tanisha. The word son in German is S-O-N-N-E. Is this what helps to classify if one is truly human? Can someone be soulless or soulless, soul sunless, or less than a soul, less than someone having a soul, less than a person having a soul, which means to not personify the sun, or someone who is not pertaining to the sun, or someone whose origin is not pertaining to the sun? Do you hear what I'm trying to tell you? To be soulless. How do I tie in the words human, person, and soul? Well, what is a human? Hue means color. We know this. Hue is the purest form of color, though. Did you know that? What's the opposite of hue, which is the purest form of color? Tone. Tone is a mixed form of color. Tones are created by adding either the color white or the color black to other colors. In Egyptian mythology, the sun, the god Hu, H-U or H-U-E, was a lesser god, but he was very important. Matter of fact, one of the most important gods, Egyptian gods, because Hu was the power of the spoken word. He personified, person, right? He personified the sun's light. He personified the authority of utterance. Colors and hues originate from the sun's light. Light of the sun. I'm going to say that again. Colors and hues originate from the sun's light. Oh, here we go. I hope somebody caught that. I'm going to say it again. Colors and hues originate from the light of the sun. So the hue, color originates from solar power. What can harness solar power? Melanin, which is the reason why in the 70s there was a movement amongst black people when they started to call themselves children of the sun. They understand that we were truly personified, which means that we pertained to the sun. We were the personification of the sun in the sky wrapped in flesh. This is the reason why we don't burn. We only get darker, which means that the melanin is activated to actually work at a higher rate. This is why we can get darker. This is why white folks want to tan. And it's not to knock them, it's just telling you what it is. Right? What is a soldier? What is a soldier? Huh? The suffix dia or D-I-E-R on the word soldier means one who dies. We know that at one time only males or sons could go to war. So a soldier is a soul, S-O-L, or a soul, S-O-U-L, or one from the sun who will die, aka sacrificed for political gain. And when they die, they go to, watch this, another dimension. Sun. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell y'all? Yes, Tennessee's daughter. And this is why you do get some African tribes who worship the sun, because they believe they came from the sun. They have the Dakar tribe, the Dogon tribe. They believe that they come from the dog star, right? The Dogon people. They live in a region of Mali, West Africa. Okay? That's one. Dogon. Dogon. These people have been known to talk about star systems for thousands of years before it was even made known to public. Yes, Tennessee's daughter says we have 116 active in the chat. Please like the video for free 99. Thank you. It ain't gonna hurt you to thumbs this up. Thank you. It is free 99. So I stopped right here because I knew that I wanted to come to y'all and talk to y'all about this and have enough time to talk to y'all about this. Right? Because when they die, they go to another dimension. Die, men, son. Sons or men, right? We're talking about male perspective. Sons who are men that die. Yes, real simple Earth, Jada, you're correct. The Dogon knew about Sirius B way before NASA discovered it. You're right. They knew that for ancients and thousands of years, way before we have the technology now. They were able to tell orally, pass stories down of where they come from in star systems. Yes. So as you can see, again, it is possible for someone to have no soul. So when you say, ooh, that child singing like she got soul, right? We know R&B is soul music. Why? It's the reason why these things point toward the melanated people. Right. The Son of God came to earth from Sirius. Right. The name Solomon means son of man. Right. And that's that's why I said, in order for you to be truly human, you have to have some form of a connection to the sun, which is the sun in the sky, SOL. You have to have a soul. And there's a lot of people who are walking around that is soulless. And I'm not talking about because they soul. I'm talking about there are literal, listen, there are Anunnaki beings and creatures on this earth that has the animation of a human, but they are not human because they lack a soul. They have no direction to the sun. Right, melanated people, children of the soul, created soul music. That's right, sun music. That's right. You say you try to tell your friends about the words we speak. No one listens. It's fine, dear. Somebody's going to come. So you can see this. This is where you get the word avatar. You got a lot of avatars walking around. Right? Let's define the word avatar. A manifestation of a deity released soul in bodily form on earth. An incarnate divine teacher. An icon, or somebody who's conning what you see. Everybody talking about these celebrities are icons. They helped con you into believing certain things. I conned you. That's why they're icons. Or figure representing a particular person in video games, forums, or whatever. Avatar. I like the first one. The word avatar comes from the Sanskrit word avatara, which means descent. Right? The word ava means down. Tar means to cross. So here we are right here is avatar. If you use it in the Sanskrit sentence, that means actually across space and time. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Because if ava or ava means down, that means vertical. As above, so below. Tar means to cross. That's horizontal. Left to right. So you have literally north, south, east, west. An incarnation, embodiment, or manifestation of a person or idea is an avatar. Right? Oh, my husband is going hard. Unfortunately, Bill Gates is the avatar of Microsoft, or an avatar for new technology. Or you can say Steve Jobs is the avatar for Apple. Right? Or the way that people think through the lens of using Apple products. Hey. Oh my God. I'm at 15%. So, again, walking around soulless, right? Having a body. Let me put out one more thing to y'all, right? The circle of life. The circle of life is birth, right? Then you live and then you die. But let me ask y'all a deeper question. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. You're being picked up. You snoring loud. So let me see what let me explain something. Somebody said roll him over. Let me look up. I'm less than 15% because I wanna take some phone calls. Okay, I'm gonna go live on my blog talk radio in a minute. Okay, it's gonna be a bonus. I'm gonna be taking some phone calls, and they only give me 30 free minutes. So I am going to be putting my information below for y'all to come on afterwards. I want to take your calls so we can talk about this. Okay. Don't be shy. You must apply. Okay. I'm going to put this in the chat room in a second. But I'm going to ask y'all again, what is the circle of life? It's birth, living, and then death. But let me ask y'all a deeper meaning. Let me ask y'all a deeper question. Why do they call it the circle of life? Why is it not the line of life? Right? Why is it? Why is it? So let me show y'all. Why is it not this? I'm drawing it. Right? Why is it not the line? Why is it not known as the line of life? You have a lifeline, which means that your life is measured. It has a beginning and an end. But why is it called the circle of life? Jordan, you hit the nail on the head. It's reincarnation. Because a circle has no beginning or no end. It continues to go in a cycle. And it's a never-ending cycle. So there is such thing as reincarnation. And I want to touch into that too, because we are told to go into the light. And the light leads you into reincarnation, right? But in order for you to vibrate higher or go into another dimension and stop coming here, because actually the earth, the word, did you know that earth is actually the prison? It's actually a type of hell. It doesn't feel like it because we ain't burning. But guess what? Some people have levels of hell. Some people's hell is better than others. Right? Some people's hells is better than others. So you have the circle of life. Don't look into the light. Go the opposite way. Go the opposite way. They say you're going to come to a semi-transparent wall that literally looks like the flower of life. But You won't see that it's the flower of life because it looks like honeycomb. It's in a honeycomb shape. Bunch of honeycomb shapes. Which we know that if you look at the flower of life in the three-dimensional plane, it looks like honeycombs. The honeycombs is just the lines. When you print out the flower of life, this is two-dimensional on a two-dimensional form. But if you put it three-dimensional, you see that there's no such thing as lines. There's only curves. Right? That's a whole different story. That's right. The first thing a baby sees when it's born is light. Thank you, Tennessee's daughter. You've been working overtime. Right? The Egyptian cross, you mean the Ankh. Well, you have the womb. You have the exit. And you have where the digestive, the fallopian tubes where the eggs come out at. Right? You have the womb. You have the exit. But this also can be the phallus. Right? Well, you have the divine feminine and divine masculine. But we know that this is a feminine energy. Ankh is a feminine energy, which means eternal life. But we also do know that this right here is also known as reincarnation. And this is the reason why Egyptians, kings and pharaohs, a part of their lineage was to reincarnate into a better version of the royal lineage. Thank you, Tennessee's daughter. I really do appreciate you. I really do appreciate you and your spirit. All right. I am about to go live. I'm about to go live. Let's see. Let me put it on now. Oh, let me see if I can. Okay, go live now. It's going to be called the Ultimate Spell Book, The Game of Life Using Words. I'm going to press go live. And I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to put it up. Just give me 1 second. It's creating it for me right now. Give me 1 second. I hope I helped y'all. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to go live. I'm trying to go live, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Okay. Broadcast. Let's see. Something's happening. I don't like this. I don't know what in the hell? Create. This is the craziest thing that I could. Good Lord. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Let's see. This is going to be a bonus, okay? Bonus. Episode description. Oh, episode description. After party of the breakdown of words on YT. Okay, y'all ready? There we go. Okay. Here we go. About to send it to y'all. Y'all ready? This is going to be the number to call in. All right? It's time to go over there. I love y'all. Mwah. Let's talk about it.